Dear Ed, I'm writing this letter in preparation for our inevitable farewell. Well, I guess there's no reason to be so
formal. But I know that when the time comes, I won't be able to tell you face to face. I mean, it might just degrade into another one of our shouting matches. And so I'll write. This way, I won't have any regrets. You know, Ed, you taught me that no one can gain anything without making some kind of sacrifice. That the law of equivalent exchange in alchemy also applies to the order of the world. But I don't think that's necessarily true. Sometimes we can sacrifice all we want and never gain, while other things require no sacrifice at all. I can just picture you bellowing, "You just don't get it." But Ed, I haven't sacrificed anything. I haven't been able to do a single thing for anyone else. Not just for you and Al, but for the pastor or even for Daddy. And yet, in exchange, I've received something so big, I can't even begin to imagine what the equivalent price would be. Equivalent exchange may apply to the order of the world, but not to people. The human existence lies on a higher plane, one that's not bound by those silly rules. At least that's what I think. Sorry, I didn't mean to go off on a tangent like that. I really just wanted to thank you. So I'll write it right here. Thanks. And that's from the bottom of my heart. Whenever I think of you and Al, I'm so grateful. Not that I'd be able to tell you face to face, of course. But I couldn't possibly get away without letting you know, even if there was nothing I could do or nothing I could give. So, yeah, I think this letter was a good idea. I hope you get what I'm saying. Maybe... No, I won't go there. It's getting noisy outside, so I'll stop here. Farewell, and take care. And thank you for everything. Best wishes to my small but mighty master.
Let me help you make your wish come true. Yes, of course. The boys are here too.
Alchemy never failed. It was just dormant.
She may have become a great alchemist indeed.
But if you die, then that's the end.
Are you watching?
It's okay to cry, Colonel.
Don't be ridiculous. Let's go!
Alright guys, so that was the game. What did you think?
Well, that ending was abrupt.
I know. I'm nostalgic about this game because I played it back in the day and it was cool seeing it again, even though I never actually finished it. I was right at the end with the 3 bosses, and AJ and I would always kind of go back and forth. He would do like the 3 bosses, and then I would try to do the Camilla stuff, but it would always take forever, and I would end up dying from something.
That's a shame.
I thought it was a very good, a very good take on the whole franchise.
Yeah.
All things considered, like with it, with actually being written as a part of the anime adaptation. And it was really silly.
With
all
the
of
pogo sticks.
Yes.
And the tanks.
And the tanks and the cows with the bubbles.
Yes.
And the ad clones that you could create with the remains of the dead. That is our headcanon at the very least, which is the most important one.
Yeah. Oh man. But yeah, I really liked this game. Like I said before, I got it when it first came out, because I saw it advertised on G4. And I was like, oh, Fullmetal Alchemist, I like that show. I should get this game. And yeah, I ended up really enjoying it, so good on you, Square Enix. Good job.
You did good.
And again, I gotta give it credit for actually having the look and feel of the show. I mean, I know that's kind of the point of a licensed game, but
it doesn't always come across.
Yeah. So, gotta give some very heavy props. I think what really helped is that they got the manga author to write the game. So.
And they got all of the voice actors to work on this as well.
Yeah, they didn't skimp on anybody.
Yeah, it was really good, and good.
They most definitely also got the same animation company to do that.
Studio Bones. Yep.
Yeah, it looked exactly like the animation from the show.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that said, I mean, obviously from here, the only place to go is Nico. You need to cover the second game, and Ryan, you need to cover the third game, Dream Carnival.
No.
Why not?
First of all, Dream Carnival is not the third game. The third game is the one that actually has 3 in the name.
Yeah, Fullmetal Alchemist 3, Dream Carnival.
No, it's just Dream Carnival. The real fucking 3 is Fullmetal Alchemist 3, Kamiosugu Shoujo, the girl who succeeded God. I've done the video.
Sir, I don't know what you're talking about. Quite frankly.
But as soon as
the official voice actors have stated otherwise.
Yeah. So. I'm surprised there isn't a fan translation of it, though, honestly. So, you guys have any final thoughts before we close here?
Dream Carnival isn't the third game. It's not. That's a fighting game.
Yeah, but it was the third Fullmetal Alchemist game.
How come no one's fan translated Dream Carnival? That's the one that everyone seems to want so badly.
Because it's in English.
Do what now?
Because it's in English.
It's in English?
Pretty sure.
I'll have to look into that. I might have to import that and play it.
Alright.
I think it's a fighting game, so that's probably a bit more import friendly.
If it's a fighting game, you don't really need a trend, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, if that's it, thank you all for joining me. I have no idea what I'll LP next. I've got a bunch of options though, so we'll see. Take care.
See ya.
Meh.
I have been conducting an inside probe into the recent string of incidents which started with the devastation of the old town of Heesgard. I assumed the role of secretary to Professor Wilhelm Eselstein, who was considered a key participant in these events. The following is my report. A key factor in this incident was a material known as the Philosopher's Catalyst. Professor Eselstein, a leading authority on catalytics, had been conducting research on this fabled substance. If completed, this material would supposedly have had alchemy-amplifying characteristics, similar to the mythical Philosopher's Stone. We found out that Professor Eselstein and his assistant Greta Riddell had been calling on hordes of alchemists to come to the town of Heesgard. We suspect that their plan was to use these alchemists in the completion of the Philosopher's Catalyst. We also discovered that the chimeras infesting Heesgard were originally created in New Heesgard Castle's underground laboratory. This also seemed to tie into Eselstein's plan. As director of the region, Brigadier Moody Nemda was well aware of the activities perpetrated by the professor and Riddell. Nemda opted not to enforce the law and neglected his reporting duties to Central. In fact, Nemda had struck a deal for the secret development of combat chimeras in exchange for acquiescence of the professor and Riddell's illegal activities. However, the central figure in the chimera development was not the professor himself, but Riddell. Riddell was the one who initially contacted the professor regarding the creation of combat chimeras. She was also responsible for arranging the relationship between the professor and Nemda. We highly suspect that Riddell took the leading role in Heesgard's destruction and unleashed the chimeras in the Old City. The mayhem, a direct result of Riddell's desire to obtain the Philosopher's Catalyst, came to an end when Professor Eselstein sacrificed his life to keep the catalyst from going out of control, leading to the disappearance of the New Heesgard Alchemy Works. Therefore, we have every reason to believe that Greta Riddell was the real mastermind behind this incident, and that both Professor Eselstein and Brigadier Nemda were merely pawns. Disciplinary actions against the persons involved are as follows. Colonel Gens Breslau, currently undergoing rehabilitation in the military hospital. Although Breslau's involvement in the incident remains a question mark, there is no doubt of a link to both Riddell and Nemda. He will most likely be questioned before being sent to trial in front of the military court. Incidentally, the ex-military policeman who conducted the recent train hijack has regained consciousness and testified that Gens Breslau's job was to bring alchemists to Heesgard. We are currently investigating the authenticity of his testimony. Brigadier Moody Nemda, now serving time in military prison. Considering his position as a high-ranking military officer, Nemda's blatant misuse of military arms and troops is a serious crime. In addition, evidence indicates that he was plotting an insurgence against Central. Nemda has already been sentenced to 145 years in prison, but if further accusations are pursued, an additional 200 years may be added to his sentence. Greta Riddell, missing. Although regarded as the mastermind behind the incident, Riddell's identity and background remain a complete mystery. However, investigation regarding her alias of Camilla has turned up some interesting facts in Central's archives. This is not the first incident where certain activities were perpetrated by an individual named Camilla. In past reports, there are multiple instances of this individual, sometimes as a suspect, other times as a collaborator to the military. However, the oldest of these reports dates back to over 60 years ago. Although the records have many similarities, it would be unrealistic to regard these instances as pertaining to the same individual. Regretfully, Riddell has not been detained. Based on witness accounts, the possibility of her survival is extremely low, but to date, a body has yet to be found. Professor Wilhelm Azelstein, missing. Azelstein vanished along with the alchemy works. His survival is highly improbable. The fact that he was partaking in illegal activities amidst this chain of events is true. However, he also sacrificed himself to save countless lives from the out-of-control catalyst. It is unclear what he was after, or what he was trying to protect by obtaining the Philosopher's Catalyst. Whatever it was, we can say that Wilhelm was a man of contradictions. Reported by Lieutenant Hawkeye. Postscript. Due to the derailment of his train, a state alchemist was present in Heathgard during the incident. No evidence of his direct involvement has been found.
Let's go. Get a move on, Al.
Ed, slow down. There's no need to hurry.
Indeed, the library isn't going anywhere.
You're a bunch of slowpokes.
He's acting like a child. Oh, I beg your pardon, he is a child.
It's okay. Ed, look out! Ed, can you go anywhere without plowing into people?
Are you okay?
Yes,
So sorry.
That's okay. I'm all right.
Here you go. I'm really sorry.
Oh, thank you. Are you going to be okay?
Me? Never been better. Let's get going, Al.
Wait, Ed! Bye. Is something the matter, Ed?
No, nothing.